Good morning, y'all. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. I'm so cold. It's like 66 degrees in here. I look a minute. It's like I literally just got up. I wasn't going to record because a lot of videos that I'm going to be posting is like videos that I just have uploaded because that's where God has me at right now. Where I'm just posting videos that's pre-recorded. But he has me picking up this camera right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what I'm about to talk to y'all about. But we here, we doing it. Look. So I'm about to brush my teeth or whatever. This week has been a very powerful week for me. And we just rolling with the punches. Like literally, it's like, okay God, okay Holy Spirit, I got you. I wouldn't even say this week, this month. February has been like February. And warm salt and water because I have a tooth back there that was like not feeling like it wouldn't be in my friend. So that's what we've been doing. But yeah, February has been a month of a lot of doors closing and new doors opening for me. So I'm just allowing things to happen and things to go where they're going and allowing God to shift, remove, and replace and all of those things, because anybody who knows me knows I will let God do what he has to do in my life and I will not stand in his way. Because I had a my gift of discernment is strong. And God also uses me to prophesy to people. And I notice God will have me literally prophesy to people in my life. So he'll know, so I will know exactly what he's expecting them to do. And then I notice he will let me see that they're not doing what he wanted them to do. And eventually, he would tell me things are about to shift in my life. And I'll start getting this feeling like, dang, I feel like this person is not about to be a part of this next journey in my life because they were not obedient. Right? Because God has already showed me. And this is why he had me pick up this camera. Because God has already showed me what he was expecting them to do. Right? And they didn't do it. They weren't obedient. And obedience is bigger than sacrifice. And I literally, where he has had me at, this month has been a very transitional month for me. And I'm dealing with it a lot better because when he first had me going through this, and what I mean first is when he first started like transitioning people that I thought would be in my life forever, it was very hard for me. I need to make some more of this. Look, it ain't really nothing in here. Let's see if we can get some out. It was very hard for me. And it's almost time for me to redo my hair. We gonna get anything out. It was people and, you know, oh, I thought they were gonna be in my life forever. Now it's easier. it's easier for me now because it's kind of like, at first it was, even though they weren't being obedient to God, it would still hurt me. But now it's just like, well, shoot, they weren't being obedient to God. Like, and I'm for the most part, I'm obedient to God. And if I can do this, they can do it, because I have chose to do what he's telling me to do in so many different circumstances and so many different things in my life where I wanted to make other decisions and I wanted to do other things, and I chose to do what God is telling me to do. So if I can do it, they can do it. So, now I don't get in my feelings as much. I just be like, I understand why he's doing this. I get it. And they needed to be removed. They needed to be removed because they weren't obedient. But when it first happened, it was hard. It was hard for me. Very hard for me. But like I said, now I just be like, okay, well, basically another one bites the dust. I mean, I don't, because it's like I literally know. And before, I think when I first started my journey, this journey with the sermon, really him using me to speak to people. When I first started, I would be like, well, is that God? I remember somebody he brought into my life that carried the same gift as me, and he just had me telling her certain stuff about her, and she was like, yep, that's God. Stop doubting yourself. You're right. And I was like, well, I don't know. I just don't want to be, I said, I don't want to be one of those people who, now I'm not like that. Now I just know it's God. But at first I doubted myself. I was like, I don't want to be one of those people who's saying that it's God and it's not God. Like, I never want to do that. I don't want to, tell people that God is saying and it's not God, it's me. And she was like, no, you literally are hearing from God. She said that is God. And she was like, you're hearing from God. Like, he wants me to let you know that you are hearing from God. Everything that you're saying, everything that you're feeling when you say it's him, it's definitely him. Just keep building your relationship with him. And the more you build your relationship with him, the more confident you will be. And she is definitely right. Because now, like I said, I don't doubt it. I know that it's God. I walk strong in it. And at first I would not, I would never get on and, like I'm saying this now, like God speaks to me. Like, I would never be the person to just say this boldly like this. Like, I would be embarrassed thinking people are going to judge me. Now, I don't care. Because I think it's great that I'm somebody who gets to say, God speaks to me. Like, I'm somebody who carries pride in that. I was just talking to my mom yesterday about it, actually. And because I told her something that I'm not going to share with y'all, because God just released me to share it with her. But she was like, I'm sure. She said, I'm sure that has to be, like, in so many words, she said, like, I'm sure that has to be a great feeling that you have that gift, but also a hard feeling. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I do love that I have the gift, but it's also a very hard gift to carry, because I see great things with people and it's like, oh my gosh, God just showed me that this is going to happen. But I also see things that are not that great. And I also see things that, I lose a lot of people, because if they're not obedient to what God is saying, obviously you can't go where I'm going. You just can't go where I'm going. You can't go on my next journey. And that has happened a lot of times, because everybody has free will. So God will have you where you were supposed to go with me. He may have had plans for us, but because of your lack of obedience, things changed. And you know, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a really hard pill to swallow, especially when you know that God. And that one was hard. The very first time that happened with somebody that God placed in my life, as like a sister relationship, a big sister relationship. And God told me she will be your big sister. And she literally treated me like a little sister, but her lack of obedience shifted that. That was hard for me. I cried. She betrayed me. Like, God ain't released me to tell that story just yet, but it was a lot with that, and I was just so hurt. I was so hurt, and there's a lot of layers that came with that. But she was not obedient to God, and things shifted drastically. And fast, real quick and fast, because she was one of the first people I think that God used me to prophesy to. But it was funny or whatever, because I wasn't the first person that prophesied to her. And I told her that, I said, several people have literally told you the same thing that I'm saying to you. You're just choosing not to do what He's telling you to do. And she kept saying, I am doing it. I said, no, you're not. And I remember just kind of telling her, like, you're not arguing with me. Like, you're going back and forth with me and saying you are, but God is saying you're not. Like, it's not me saying you're not, because I don't know. I don't know what you're doing in your private time. I don't know. Like, God is showing me your house. I've never seen the inside of your house. I don't know what you're doing when you're alone. Only God knows that. So the stuff that I'm saying that you're saying yes to and you're confirming, you never told me. So it's not like it's me, like, calling you out on this. This is God telling me this stuff. So I'm gonna be right back, y'all. And we're gonna finish this. I am doing it, or it ain't that or whatever. And I'm like, well, it's not me that you going back and forward with. It's literally, it's God. Like, it's not me. And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, when a person is prophesying, you're not talking to that person. God is speaking to you through that person. And it's like, people don't be understanding it. I don't understand how people don't. And I literally be telling people, it's not Camila speaking right now. It's not me. This is God speaking. I would even say, God, push me to the back and you come to the front. And people still will go back and forward with me. But it ain't what I notice. It is never, I repeat, never people I don't know. It's always people that God, and I'm going to say this clearly, like, it's people that I know, and most of the time, they don't do right. The people that go back and forth with me, they ain't gonna do right. These are the people that God normally has been talking to for years or for a while. He has literally been talking to them, and they have been hearing him, that I know, that I have relationships with, like family members, close friends, and they just choosing not to be obedient. So now he's using me to talk to them. And then they going back and forth with me, and I'm like, look, and I've told some of them, like, you don't have to be yelling and screaming at me. It's your life. I could care less. I can just pray for you. It's your decision. Like, I got my own problems. Like, I got my own stuff that I got to work on that he telling me to do. So what I can't do, I can't take you to the cross. I only can take me there. I got to carry my own. I can't carry yours, carry mine, I can't. But what I can do is tell you what he's telling me for you to get together. And then from there, I pick mine up and carry it on off. That's what I can do. So you going back and forward, I don't go back and forward. I deliver what God tells me to deliver. And then I move on. I'm not judging you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just moving on. And people have delivered me messages that I didn't like a lot of times. Whole lot of times people have said stuff to me. There has been some stuff where I'm like, oh God, you don't tell all my business. He do it all the time with my God. I'm gonna call him my God baby now. My oldest daughter, Renee. He calls me out with her. He has her. When I tell you she be all up in my business, all up in my business stuff I don't disclose up to no. When I say nobody, nobody. She literally knows all of my business. And it's not because I tell her. It's because God tells her. She was just talking to me. I didn't even know I was going to get on here and do all this. She was just talking to me yesterday. Ma, you need to stop acting like this. You need to do this. And she was like, you really don't act like this, but this is what people just think about you. And then you got that, well, that's a them thing and not a me thing. And I'm like, and she's like, Ma, that's what you really be saying. And I'm like, yeah, because it is a them thing and not a me. She was like, but you got to get that out of your head, Ma. You got to stop thinking like that. Because I'm not the person that people say that I am. Like, people look at me and they see somebody that I'm not. I'm not that person. I'm not this person that people make me out to be. But she was just telling me that's something about myself that I have to get out of my head of saying, well, that's a damn thing. That's not a me thing. So it is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. She calls me out on a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to my partner and myself. And I don't tell her stuff, but God reveals it to her. Now, I have one or two choices. I can say, nah, that ain't me. I don't be doing that, this, that, and other, and go back and forth with her and have an attitude with her about it. Or I can say, okay, God, you calling me out. And that's normally what I do. And I've done that with everybody. Everybody that God has spoke to me through. I have, for the most part, since day one. Because most of the time God is speaking to me through somebody is confirmation. Not most of the time, all the time. So he's already called me out on it. And I've been like, So when they say it, God has already told me, so he's already said it to me, so I have no reason to be like, he ain't said that to you. Now, it has been some people that has said stuff to me where I've been like, that message ain't, I don't know where you, but that's people that don't have the gift to prophesy. They just going around here saying they got it when they don't. Or either it also can be people that has it, but they're also operating out of their flesh. And what that means is they have the gift, like God does speak to them, but they're more of the world, right? So they can be telling you something that God has said, but they'll go too deep and now they're talking about something that also that they feel. And see, I have literally been prophesying to somebody, and then we'll just start talking. And I'll be like, well, girl, this is Camila talking. This ain't God. And I'll start saying how this is just me. This ain't God. I'm letting you know that now. God ain't here. This is Camila speaking. That's what I do. Now, a person that has the gift to prophesy and they're prophesying and then they just start operating out of flesh, they'll be prophesying and then they'll just start talking to you as themselves as they're prophesying, but still telling you that God said when it's not God, it's just them. And you have to really have that intimate relationship with God to know you have to know when it's you and when it's not God. And in the beginning, that's what I didn't want to happen. I never wanted to feel like it was God, but it was really Camila. So I'm like, let me figure this out. So I did a lot of training with God, and I asked God, please send people to me. And he did. And he tested me. I wanted to be tested. So he brought people to me that looked like they was of God, and they wasn't of God. And he tested me, especially these last few months. And it was like, get up out of here. I'm not playing with you. And what I'm not going to do is play with you when you're playing with my God. You're not going to do that. So if you thought you was going to test me, you had the wrong one. Like, so he's done that with me, but that's to make sure that I'm where I need to be. And I'm still, baby, y'all, I still got a long way to go. I still got a long way to go, but I'm here for it. But not just people, like removing me from the corporate world. That wasn't necessarily I wanted to move from the corporate world. I loved my job, but I started to be uncomfortable. I started not to be at peace because of what the company that I worked for. Even the first place that I was, it was the company that it wasn't really the company, but it was the people that they chose to work for their company with the first place that I left. And then the company that I went to, it was the company itself. So, you know, you just really, like I said, you have to really just have that relate. That's why I keep saying almost on every video that God uses me for. I don't know if y'all notice, I always say you have to have a relationship with God, a really strong relationship with God. And that means just sitting with him, sit with him, be intimate with him, quiet time with God. We're going to pray. Yes, we need to read the Bible, but you also need to sit in silence so you can hear his voice, seek his voice. His sheep will know his name. His sheep will know his voice. His sheep will know when he calls. His sheep will know. They will know. They will know when to move. His sheep will know when to move, when to stand still. They will know when to go. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, we just, and at this time and where we're at in life, like, look at how things is going. We have to literally just build that relationship with God, because what if there's no more Bibles left? Like, what if something happened? What if something happens where we don't have access to a Bible or access to the internet? What are we going to do then? Let's just be real. What are you going to do if you cannot reach a Bible? That's why we have to build that intimate relationship with God, y'all. Build it with God. Build your intimate relationship with God. I'm not saying don't utilize the Bible, but your intimate relationship is ultimately what's most important. Allow God to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. I'm Camila, your divine encounter life coach. I love you guys here. I love y'all over here. And I think God is leading me to do another channel just that's solely for when he be downloading songs for me. I have so many songs that he has downloaded, and he woke me up through the night and said do another channel for just that. So we're going to see. I'm asking him for confirmation with that. So we'll see. But I'll see y'all later. We'll see. Y'all, I just said songs, but also dreams. Like, because I'm a dreamer too. So also dreams and songs. So I think that's what the page is going to be about. So, but a channel. So we're going to see. But again, I'm saying it twice. I love you, but most importantly, God loves you. And allow him to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. And happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Fun Friday all day. It's Fun Friday all day. Hey, 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 hey. Fun Friday. Hey, hey, hey. It's Fun Friday. Okay, y'all have a good day, though. I love y'all.